Forbes India presents Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2023, powered by Indeed.
Hi, this is Manav Chhabra, and I'm heading the talent acquisition for Ericsson India Global Services Private Limited, and been with Ericsson for about 8.5 years now. Okay, so I started my career with the army, and when I was in the training, I realized that I have great people skills, and in fact, my favorite subject during the training was military law. Uh, and when I left the training and I was planning to do my MBA, I was very clear that finance is not my cup of tea. And I think the only specialization wherein I could use my skill was human resources. And in fact, when I was in MBA, my favorite subject was labor laws. So yeah, I think that's how I actually came to pick up HR as a field. Yeah. After completing my post graduation, I started my career in recruitment. Initially, I worked with one of the first RPO in the BPO industry, and then I joined a leading IT company where I was part of their alternate channels and campus hiring team. So first 3 years were into totally into recruitments. Then I got an opportunity to work with a leading telecom player at that time, and where I handled multiple roles from engagement to business partnering, and lastly I was leading their captive RPO. I joined Ericsson about 9 years back, initially in Gurgaon, and then moved to Bangalore as the head of people business partnering. I would say I have been fortunate enough to get challenging assignments all throughout my career, and I think being a talent leader, was a conscious choice. um, I think what helped me to reach where I am today is being very clear on my aspirations. I think I was very clear in terms of where do I want to be. Obviously, not in a long term kind of a scenario, but next 2 3 years I was very clear, and that's how I take my career. And after that, obviously, I worked with my managers on my leadership skills. I think that's how how I ended up being a talent leader. I think the biggest challenge continue to be retaining and attracting the best talent. As far as Ericsson is concerned, from the retention perspective, we have strengthened our critical skills program in the last few years, which is based around the 10 future ready skills. There have been a lot of investment lately on managing career aspiration of people. In fact, we are soon going to launch an AI based tool for that. On the attraction front, we realized that we have a great brand, and where industry was reeling under a decline ratios of almost 40 to 50%, we ended the year at half of that. In fact, we strengthened our candidate experience by focusing on the time to hire and our post-offer engagement. And then I think from a future perspective, I believe that 2023 would be a differentiator in terms of how organizations are able to leverage their brand and employee value proposition. In fact, to attract the best talent. So I think yes, brand and employee value proposition are going to be an important aspects in 2023. See, at Ericsson, we have been focusing a lot on segmentation-based hiring. We're focusing a lot on branding and leveraging technology. In fact, last year we launched an AI-based tool to attract, screen, interview, and select candidates. We have been using that tool to run specific campaigns to attract the best talent with specific skills. And with increasing complexity in terms of, I think, compliance, data privacy, etc., I think we would see recruitment being run on AI-based platforms, which will in fact help organizations in improving their candidate and hiring manager experience. So yeah, I think a lot of focus on technology as we go forward. So when I took over my current role, we were in the middle of what we call is the Great Resignation, which meant added pressure on the recruitment team, the HR teams, right? So when I joined, I focused on uh, ensuring that there is trust between the various stakeholders involved into the process, right? And you do that by setting the expectation right, right, so that we are able to get the right delivery. The second thing is again, which is very important, is hiring the right people, right? Having a great team, and I think that's very crucial when you are handling tough situations, because because when your team is focused on driving results, then it helps to kind of go back to the business and set that expectation right. The next bit is the strong governance, obviously, because how do you kind of go back, look at your priorities, look at the challenges that are coming your way, and obviously deliver what we promise to the business, and also deploy mitigation plans. And last but not the least is this is what I realized, is have fun, right? Have that connect with each and every person in your team. So I think these are a few things I feel that are I mean, that were very, very important when I actually took over this role and helped me to drive a positive change. Oh, if I was not a talent leader, right, probably I would have been a lawyer, uh, or there was a slight chance that I would have been working in an advertising agency, because I used to get very fascinated by it when I was in my college. Yeah, so probably a lawyer or an advertising professional. Yes. Okay, I feel that this is the best time to be in human resources, right? Because it is no more about finding a seat on the table and more about what value we deliver to the business. Now, HR is an integrated part of everything that we do in an organization, and the importance of people and people-related outcomes in the success of a business will continue to rise only, right? And what I truly believe is that the true differentiator is going to be people and culture, and how do we drive it. Uh, Currently, I'm enjoying my role, and in fact, I would love to continue being a talent leader, because there is a lot to be done, and a lot to learn in the I mean, in the talent space, be it from a retention perspective or from an attraction perspective. The future is really, really exciting, because we are challenging a lot of ways with which we as I mean, people from a professional used to function. So it's an exciting time, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Forbes India presents Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2023, powered by Indeed.